Winning doesn't happen by accident. It's not something you stumble upon or something that magically falls into your lap. Winning is intentional. It is the result of deliberate action, fueled by a strong sense of purpose. Without purpose, your journey will be scattered, directionless, and easily swayed by external forces. But when you have a clear purpose, your actions align, your motivation sustains, and your resilience strengthens. And clarity of purpose begins with understanding your why. Why are you in this game? Why are you pursuing this dream? Why do you wake up every morning ready to fight for something greater? This isn't about superficial goals like money, status, or approval. Those things may provide temporary motivation, but they lack depth. Purpose runs deeper than that. Purpose is personal. It is rooted in something meaningful, something that ignites passion, perseverance, and an unshakable commitment. Think about the most successful people in any field. Whether it's an elite athlete, a groundbreaking entrepreneur, or an influential leader, they all have one thing in common. They have an unbreakable connection to their purpose. They know exactly why they are in the fight, and that clarity allows them to push through challenges that would break most people. When things get tough, and they will, your purpose will be the one thing that keeps you standing. But purpose isn't just about having a vague idea of what you want. It must be crystal clear. Many people say, I want to be successful, but what does that mean? Success is a broad concept. What does success look like for you? Does it mean financial freedom? Does it mean making an impact? Does it mean proving to yourself that you can achieve what others said you couldn't? If you cannot define your success clearly, how will you know when you get there? When you have clarity of purpose, your decision-making improves. Every action, every choice, every step you take is either moving you closer to your goal or further away from it. People who lack purpose tend to drift. They get distracted. They chase after things that don't align with their deeper mission. But winners are laser-focused. They filter out distractions. They say no to things that don't serve their purpose. They protect their time, energy, and mental space because they know exactly what they are working toward. One of the most important aspects of clarity is understanding that your purpose must be bigger than your excuses. Everyone has obstacles. Everyone faces setbacks. But the people who win are those whose purpose outweighs their difficulties. They refuse to let challenges become barriers. Instead, they see them as stepping stones, necessary tests that prepare them for the bigger victories ahead. For example, consider an athlete training for the Olympics. Their purpose isn't just to compete, it's to win gold. That clarity of purpose shapes everything they do. It dictates what they eat, how they train, how they rest, and even who they surround themselves with. They don't waste time on things that don't contribute to their goal. They don't let momentary discomfort dictate their discipline. Because their purpose is clear, they are able to endure the pain, push through fatigue, and stay committed even on the hardest days. Clarity of purpose also breeds confidence. When you know exactly why you're doing something, you become unstoppable. Doubt fades, fear loses its grip. You stop second-guessing yourself because you're no longer questioning whether you're on the right path. You know you are. That confidence radiates in everything you do. It affects how you speak, how you carry yourself, and how others perceive you. People are drawn to those who have a clear sense of direction. They want to follow those who are certain about where they're going. But here's the catch. Clarity of purpose is not a one-time decision, it's a daily commitment. It's not enough to define your purpose once and hope it carries you through. You must remind yourself of it every single day. Write it down, say it out loud, visualize it, reinforce it constantly, because the world is filled with distractions trying to pull you away from your mission. If you're not actively feeding your purpose, you risk losing sight of it. And here's the final truth. Clarity of purpose gives you the power to endure what others cannot. Most people quit because they don't have a strong enough reason to keep going. They get tired, they lose interest, and they give up. But when your purpose is crystal clear, quitting is no longer an option. You push forward even when it's hard. You persist even when the odds are against you, because you know what you're fighting for and you refuse to settle for anything less than victory. And so, ask yourself today, what is my purpose? What am I fighting for? Because when you answer that question with absolute clarity, the path to winning becomes undeniable. Winning is not about who has the most talent, the best resources, or the easiest path. Winning belongs to those who refuse to quit, no matter how many times they are knocked down. Resilience is the single greatest trait of champions. It is the ability to take the punches, withstand the storms, and still move forward when everything inside you wants to stop. Resilience is not something you were born with, it is something you develop through hardship. The most successful people in history didn't get there because they had it easy. They got there because they refused to stay down. They understood a simple but powerful truth. Failure is never final unless you accept it. No matter how many times they failed, they got back up, they learned, they adjusted, they tried again. The reality is this: you will face setbacks, you will experience moments of doubt, you will encounter obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. But in those moments, you have two choices. Let adversity define you, or let it refine you. Resilient people don't see setbacks as signs to stop, they see them as necessary tests, opportunities to prove their commitment. They know that every challenge they overcome makes them stronger, sharper, and more prepared for the next battle. Imagine a boxer in the ring. No matter how skilled they are, they will get hit. They will take punches. Some will hurt, some will knock them down, but the only thing that matters is whether they get back up. A fighter who keeps getting up, who refuses to stay on the mat, is nearly impossible to defeat. That is resilience. That is the mindset of a winner. One of the biggest reasons people fail is because they expect the road to be easy. They believe that if they encounter resistance, it means they are on the wrong path. But here's the truth: resistance is proof that you are moving forward. Nothing worth having comes without struggle. The more valuable the goal, the harder the journey. Those who succeed understand that pain, failure, and setbacks are part of the process. Instead of running from them, they embrace them, they use them, they let adversity sharpen them into something greater. Think about the greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders in history. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He didn't sulk. He trained harder. He became relentless. That failure became fuel for his greatness. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Did she quit? No. She proved them wrong and built an empire. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 different publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. If she had given up at rejection number 1, the world would have never known her story. These people had every reason to stop. They had every excuse to walk away, but they didn't, because winners don't quit. They adapt, they persist, they endure. Resilience is also about how you respond to failure. Most people fear failure so much that they never even try. They let the possibility of rejection or embarrassment hold them back. But resilient individuals see failure differently. They don't see it as a dead end, they see it as feedback. Every failure teaches a lesson. Every mistake reveals something to improve. Instead of fearing failure, they use it as a tool for growth. And let's be clear, resilience is not just about bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward. It's not enough to simply recover from a setback. You must come back stronger. If you make a mistake, learn from it. If you get rejected, use it as motivation to get better. Every setback should fuel your determination rather than weaken it. Another key aspect of resilience is mental toughness. Your mind is your greatest weapon, but it can also be your biggest enemy if you let it. In moments of difficulty, your inner voice will try to convince you that quitting is the best option. It will tell you that you're not good enough, that the struggle isn't worth it, that you should take the easy way out. But resilient people do not listen to that voice. They train their minds to push through discomfort. They replace doubt with belief. They remind themselves why they started in the first place. They develop the habit of self-discipline, showing up even when they don't feel like it, because they know that success isn't about how you perform on your best days. It's about how you respond on your worst days. Resilience also requires a long-term mindset. Too many people quit because they don't see instant results. They want success to happen overnight, and when it doesn't, they give up. But true winners understand that success is a long game. They know that greatness is built over time through consistent effort, patience, and an unshakable belief in their vision. The path to winning will never be smooth. It will challenge you, it will test your patience, your endurance, and your willpower. But the ones who make it, the ones who rise above, are those who refuse to surrender. Because in the end, resilience is not about never falling, it is about always rising. Winning starts in the mind. Before you can achieve anything in the real world, you must first believe in yourself with unshakable conviction. Every great success story begins with a person who dared to believe in themselves when no one else did. Belief is the foundation of all achievement. It shapes how you think, how you act, and how you respond to challenges. Without belief, doubt takes over, and doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. The problem is that most people wait for external validation before they believe in themselves. They wait for someone to tell them they're good enough, talented enough, or ready. But that's not how winning works. The world will only believe in you after you believe in yourself. If you don't back yourself first, no one else will. People follow confidence, not uncertainty. They are drawn to those who have conviction. Unshakable belief means deciding, deep down, that you are capable, deserving, and destined to win. It is not arrogance, it is certainty. It is the mindset that says, I will succeed, not because it's easy, but because I refuse to accept any other outcome. When you adopt this level of belief, you stop hesitating, you stop second-guessing yourself, you stop waiting for permission, you act with certainty, and that certainty leads to results. But belief is not just about repeating positive affirmations. It must be built through action. You don't magically wake up with confidence one day. Confidence is earned. It is the result of showing up, doing the work, and proving to yourself over and over that you are capable. Every time you push through fear, every time you step outside your comfort zone, every time you achieve something you once thought was impossible, your belief strengthens. Think about the first time you tried something new. Maybe it was learning a skill, starting a business, or speaking in front of a crowd. You were probably nervous, uncertain, even afraid. But after doing it a few times, that fear disappeared. Why? Because you proved to yourself that you could do it. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite fear. The more you take action, the more evidence you collect that you are capable, and the more evidence you have, the stronger your belief becomes. Another crucial aspect of unshakable belief is eliminating self-doubt. Doubt is the enemy of success. It creeps into your mind whispering lies. You're not good enough. You're not ready. You don't have what it takes. But here's the truth. Doubt is just fear disguised as logic. It convinces you to play small, to stay safe, to avoid risk. And if you listen to it, you will never reach your full potential. Winners silence self-doubt by focusing on what is possible, not what is impossible. Instead of thinking, what if I fail? They think, what if I succeed? Instead of thinking, I'm not ready, they think, I'll figure it out. They train their minds to see opportunity instead of obstacles. They replace negative self-talk with empowering beliefs. And most importantly, they take action despite their fears. Belief also requires protecting your mind from negativity. If you surround yourself with people who doubt you, criticize you, or constantly remind you of your limitations, their negativity will infect your mindset. You must be ruthless about who you allow into your mental space. Winners surround themselves with people who challenge them, inspire them, and push them to be better. They consume content that fuels their belief, whether it's books, speeches, or conversations with high achievers. They protect their mind like a fortress because they know that belief can either be strengthened or weakened by the influences around them. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with belief is that they are afraid of failure. They think that failing means they are not good enough. But failure does not define you. Your response to failure does. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than the average person has even tried. The difference is that they did not let failure shake their belief. They saw failure as proof of effort, as feedback, as part of the process. They understood that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary step towards success. We often fall into the trap of believing that confidence is something we earn once we achieve success. We tell ourselves that when we finally get the promotion, when we hit a certain income level, when we receive validation from others, then we'll feel confident. Then we'll believe in ourselves. But this way of thinking is completely backward. Confidence is not a byproduct of success. Confidence is what creates success in the first place. I think about the people you admire, the ones who seem to have an undeniable presence in any room they walk into. Is it because they've achieved something extraordinary that they carry themselves with confidence? Or is it that they carried themselves with confidence first, and that confidence paved the way for their success? More often than not, it's the latter. Confidence is what allows people to take action before they feel fully ready. It's what drives them to take risks, to speak up, to seize opportunities that others hesitate to pursue. The challenge is that most people wait. They wait for external validation before they allow themselves to feel confident. They wait for a sign that they belong. But confidence isn't something that's handed to you. No one is going to come along and say, now you're ready. Now you have permission to believe in yourself. That moment never comes because the world takes its cues from you. If you don't act like you belong, why would anyone else believe you do? The truth is, confidence isn't about having all the answers. It's not about pretending to be perfect. It's about trusting yourself enough to step forward even when you're uncertain. It's about recognizing that you don't need to know everything to add value. Confidence is the ability to show up and say, I may not have all the answers, but I am willing to figure them out. I may not be the most experienced in the room, but I have something to contribute. That mindset changes everything. One of the most powerful things about confidence is that it's contagious. When you walk into a room and carry yourself with certainty, people take notice. They listen. They respect your presence, not because of your credentials or achievements, but because of the energy you project. People naturally gravitate toward those who exude confidence, and opportunities tend to flow toward those who believe in themselves. On the other hand, when you hesitate, when you second-guess yourself, when you shrink into the background, people sense that too. And whether they realize it or not, they respond accordingly. This is why confidence must come first. It's what allows you to act in alignment with the success you want to achieve. It enables you to take the first step even when the outcome is uncertain. And once you start taking action, once you begin stepping forward with belief in yourself, success follows. It's not about faking it. It's about embodying the mindset of the person you want to become. There's a common misconception that confident people never feel fear or self-doubt. That's not true. Even the most successful individuals experience moments of uncertainty. The difference is they don't let that uncertainty control their actions. They don't wait for fear to disappear before they take the next step. Instead, they recognize that fear and confidence can coexist. They choose to move forward despite the doubt. And with each step, their confidence grows. So, how do you cultivate this kind of confidence? The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to the moments when you hesitate, when you hold back, when you downplay your abilities. Ask yourself, what would I do right now if I already believed in myself? Would you speak up in the meeting? Would you introduce yourself to that person? Would you take the opportunity that seems just out of reach? Next, practice acting with confidence before you feel it. This doesn't mean pretending to be someone you're not. It means making small, deliberate choices to step into the version of yourself that you're striving to become. It means standing tall, making eye contact, and speaking with conviction even when you feel unsure. It means reminding yourself that you are capable, that you have value, that you belong. Over time, these small acts of confidence add up. What once felt uncomfortable becomes second nature. You start to realize that the only thing that was ever holding you back was your own hesitation. And as you continue to step forward with belief in yourself, success starts to follow. Not because you waited for confidence to find you, but because you created it yourself. Success doesn't come first, confidence does. And the sooner you start acting like you belong, the sooner the world will believe it too. The way you see yourself, the thoughts you repeat in your mind, and the beliefs you hold about your own potential are not just abstract ideas. They are the blueprint for your life. Your mindset, how you think about yourself, and the world directly influences your actions, and those actions determine your outcomes. If you want to change your reality, you must first change the way you think. Think about how many times people talk themselves out of opportunities before they even try. Someone might say, I'm not experienced enough for that job, or I'm not good at public speaking, or I could never start my own business. These statements may feel like facts, but they are nothing more than self-imposed limitations. And the more you repeat these ideas, the more they become your truth. The mind is powerful. It looks for evidence to support whatever story you tell it. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not capable, your brain will highlight every failure, every mistake, and every moment of doubt as proof that you're right. You will unconsciously make choices that align with that belief, reinforcing the idea that success is out of reach. But if you shift your mindset, if you start telling yourself a different story, one that says, I am capable, I am resourceful, I can figure things out, your brain will begin searching for proof of that too. You will start noticing your strengths, your small wins, and the moments where you have succeeded in the past. This is why the most successful people in the world don't wait for external evidence before they believe in themselves. They create that belief first. They condition their minds to see challenges as opportunities, to interpret setbacks as lessons, and to trust that they have the ability to figure things out. They understand that the mind is not just a mirror reflecting reality. It is a tool that actively shapes reality. One of the most significant aspects of mindset is how you respond to failure. People with a fixed mindset see failure as proof that they are not good enough. If they try something and fail, they conclude, I knew it. I'm not cut out for this. And because they fear failure, they avoid taking risk altogether. But those with a growth mindset, those who believe that abilities and intelligence can be developed, see failure differently. To them, failure is not an endpoint. It's part of the process. It's feedback. It's an opportunity to learn, adjust, and come back stronger. Consider how this plays out in everyday life. Two people may apply for the same job. One of them tells themselves, I probably won't get it, so why bother giving my best effort? They walk into the interview hesitantly, lacking energy and conviction. The other person, however, tells themselves, I have as much of a chance as anyone. I am prepared. I am capable. They walk in with confidence, engage fully, and leave a lasting impression. Even if they don't get the job, they don't see it as a personal failure. They analyze what they can improve, apply again, or find an even better opportunity. Their mindset keeps them moving forward, while the first person's mindset keeps them stuck. Another way mindset shapes reality is in how we perceive challenges. Many people see obstacles as signs to quit. They assume that difficulty means something is not meant for them. But those with a strong mindset understand that challenges are a natural part of growth. They don't expect success to come easily, so they don't panic when things get hard. Instead, they ask, what can I learn from this? And how can I improve? This simple shift in thinking can mean the difference between someone who gives up and someone who keeps going until they succeed. Mindset also affects how you interact with others. If you believe that the world is competitive, that people are out to get you, and that success is a zero-sum game, you will approach relationships with fear and defensiveness. But if you believe that there is enough success to go around, that collaboration creates more opportunities and that helping others benefits everyone, you will attract positive connections. People will want to work with you, support you, and open doors for you. Changing your mindset is not about wishful thinking or ignoring reality. It is about recognizing that the way you interpret situations determines your response, and your response determines your outcome. If you go into every situation expecting failure, you will find reasons to justify the expectation. But if you go in expecting to learn, grow, and eventually succeed, your actions will align with that belief and reality will follow. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, I'm not ready, I'm not capable, I don't belong, stop and ask yourself, is this really true? Or is this just a story I've been telling myself? Because the moment you start shifting that story, you start shifting your life.